The world's falling apart. Alright, you guys, the world was supposed to end today. I'm glad to see we're all here. The story I'm going to tell you guys is probably not like the other ones you're going to hear today. In fact, I'm going to tell you about the first time I died in a dream. And it's okay, it was just a dream, you know, but it wasn't like those Nightmare on Elm Street stories, you know, where if you die in the dream, that means you die for real. I didn't die for real. In fact, first thing I did was get up and take a leak, because, you know, that's what doctors make you do after you have an operation. They call it a sign of life. So anyway, when I died in the dream, I found out what my last words will be. So you'll have to wait till the end of the story to find those out, but sometimes you know when dreams are going to come true. This is called 7 Meals from Chaos. I am in the subway when the world burns. Some kind of cascading power failure sends my train crashing into another. I hear the crack of crumpling steel and the tubular thud of my head hitting the railing. Now pain, blackness. It seems like hours trying to regain consciousness in the darkness, but already in the tunnel, I smell the smoke, sweet and acrid at the same time. There in the dark, it all but chokes out the light from my cell phone that guides me to the surface. And everything is burned. The trees, the houses, charred corpses everywhere. Black and steaming. Above, the sky of smoke blocks out the sun. I walk for a day and find no food or water, but at the city center I come upon a wrecked city bus. It's turned on its side. Inside the bus, the bodies are fused, burned, and contorted. But I have to climb over them. I have to find food. There behind the driver's seat, a lunchbox. Inside, a cheese sandwich in tinfoil and a Coke. I down the Coke in 3 swigs and sit on the empty curb to eat. One bite, something like Gruyere cheese maybe. It's still molten from the fire. A kid is watching me. His eyes are black, vacant coal. His body is badly burned. His hand is gone. Here, kid, take it. The kid takes the food and runs off without a word. How long can he last, I wonder? Then I see the man in black emerge from the shadows. His suit is clean and free of soot and the foulness that surrounds us. Forgive my English, he says. My name is Mycenus. I have water, food, and shelter. Come, please. The bunker is many levels below the street. The elevator is stainless steel and smells of oil like something new from the factory. The dining room is opulent with dark maple chairs and a white tablecloth. 2 men and 2 women stand to greet me and hand me a bottle of water. We do the introductions. Meal number 1. First there is salad. I go for the blue cheese and croutons and bacon bits. I'm so hungry. The baguettes are like heaven. I could swim in these greens and the joy of stuffing myself, I swear. The others continue on to the next course, but sated now, I can only think of sleep. Meal number 2. Breakfast is a veggie skillet. Eggs, green peppers, onions, and potatoes, all smothered in a cheese sauce. I notice Robin then. She is young and gorgeous, incredibly buff. I tell her how I used to get the same skillet here at Joe's Cellar. Meal number 3. Cheeseburgers for lunch, grilled with all the fixins, sesame buns, incredible. It turns out Mycenus was a chef whose family came into big money. I ask him to tell me more about the bunker. I can't place his accent, Serbian maybe. Meal number 4. Mycenus emerges from the cooler with large cuts of prime rib. The cooler is cavernous, shelves of everything from canned goods to freeze-dried meals. And for some reason, I notice that the door can be bolted from the inside. One of the two men is named Jackson, some kind of athlete, I'm guessing. He tells me how Mycenaeus saved him when the world burned. The other is a professor. He has a similar story, but he keeps checking his watch. If there's any humanity still left out there, it will soon be gone, he says. He read a paper at Cambridge that says, in a food shortage, society will totally break down after the inhabitants miss their 7th meal. I look at the food and think of what might be happening out there. Disease, chaos, anarchy. Meal number 5. Brunch is crepes, coffee, fruit, toast, an array of dishes laid out in perfection. The one other girl, her name is Angela, she opens up to us. Her father beat her. Her story is captivating and no one notices when I grab some baguettes, put them in my backpack, and when everyone sleeps, I climb up out through the elevator to go find the boy. He's hiding under the hulk of a fire truck. He won't come out. I leave the food for him and make my way back. And then something stirs behind me. Footsteps maybe? No, there's no one. The world is a graveyard in cinder. Meal 6. We're having soup and sandwiches when something crashes outside. Mycenaeus runs to bolt the door and we hear pounding and screaming. They're here, he yells. How could they find us? How could this be? I look at my backpack. I have brought our doom. Mycenaeus looks down. We're not going to make it, he says. I'm so sorry. All the makings to rebuild the world. And now this tragic fate. He goes to the cabinet and takes a pill. I catch him as he collapses. He looks at me, almost peaceful as the door begins to buckle. I hold him. Please, I have to know. Why me? A long breath, then he says, I wanted compassion to die last. The door crashes open. The mob is tattered, burned, wild-eyed. In their hands, crude weapons, pipes, and clubs. They're coming for us. I throw the tray of bread at the opposite wall and they go for it, scrambling. I grab Robin's arm and we run towards the cooler. The iron pipe comes down on my forearm. Compound fracture, blood everywhere. They have her. I crawl towards the cooler and pull the door closed just as the smallest of them starts to come for me. It was the boy. Meal 7. Inside the cooler now, terrible screams, smoke smell, pounding. My arm is wrapped, dead, useless. It's been days now and they keep trying the door, and now it sounds like a fire axe hacking at the hinges. They'll be inside soon. I scribble these words with my left hand and think about all the good fortune I've had in my life. My friends, my first Harley, the sun in Lisa's hair on our wedding day, and the birth of my son. And then I think of Mycenaeus. So many questions. Was he right? Will compassion die here now with me? Or did it die long ago? And is that why the world burned? No answers. Just swallow the pill now. But first, I have to figure out what I'm going to say when I go to meet God. And then I know. I'm so grateful. DJ!